But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. For years, Epstein has been at the center of conspiracies surrounding both his death and a rumored client list allegedly used to blackmail powerful men. Attorney General Pam Bondi, back in February, was asked if the Justice Department intended to release a list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Bondi saying this:
"It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that."
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Mr. Blanchard, I want to follow up with you on what you just said. You were referencing the 15 files released Friday. They disappeared from DOJ's website yesterday, including this photo of what looks like a desk with a drawer open containing photos of Donald Trump. Just to be very clear, to put a fine point on it, why were these files taken down? You're saying it was at the direction of a judge?
Investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
So listen to this. I can't believe. So I put out a community post. As I said, I started to go down the rabbit hole of those Epstein files. And obviously there's millions. So what they have on the site is, they call them data sets. And there's some that you can download, and then there's a couple data sets that you can only view. And interesting enough, I was going through the data sets that you can only view on the DOJ site. And this one, oops, hang on. So I pulled this one, I copied it, I took a screenshot, and it's on my community post. This is a, which one is this? This is a young girl, well, young, she was over 23, but she had contacted the FBI National Threat Operations Center and talked about back in, I think it was 2001, she answered an ad for an escort agency, and she went through, like, it seemed like they were, do you have 2 years of education? You have to at least be 23 years old, blah, 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 blah. She ended up meeting Epstein and Andrew, who's now formerly known as the disgraced Prince.
Formerly known, the artist formerly known as Prince. Yeah.
And I guess they both requested that she come with her school books and pretend to be a student that's getting bad grades, and they're her teachers. Anyways, long story short, you can see it on my community page. I wanted to find, see if there was another one that I missed. They fucking removed them. All right, show you this. So when I went back to the Department of Justice site to actually find those two documents, and it was literally 2 hours after I'd grabbed them last night. So the documents I have are EFTA 000-61619 and 61620. If you look at this list, they've been pulled. It goes from 61614 to 61623. They fucking removed them. And they did that with a couple of, they did that with other files in the previous dumps too.
But the reality is, anybody, any victim, any victim's lawyers, any victim rights group can reach out to us and say, hey, Department of Justice, there's a document, there's a photo, there's something within the Epstein files that identifies me, and we will then, of course, pull that off and investigate it.
Are you saying that one or more of the women in one of the photos or several of the photos is a victim or a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein, and that's why you took those files down? And will they be put back up?
No, that's not what I'm saying. We, of course, if we knew that, if we believed that photograph contained a survivor, we wouldn't have put it up in the first place without redacting the faces. But notwithstanding what we believe, we don't have perfect information. And so when we hear from victims' rights groups about this type of photograph, we pull it down and investigate. We're still investigating that photo. The photo will go back up, and the only question is whether there will be redactions on the photo. And of course, if there are survivors in any of the photos, we will redact them as Congress expects us to do, as President Trump expects us to do, and as the Attorney General and Director Patel have directed the department to do.
I can